What if I told you that self-love, the very thing we're encouraged to practice, can be dangerous? We live in a world that celebrates confidence, self-worth, and empowerment. We're told to love ourselves, put ourselves first, and never settle. But what happens when this self-love turns into something darker, something manipulative, destructive, even dangerous? Stay with me because in the next 4 minutes, we'll unravel the psychology of narcissism, how a natural need for validation can spiral into something toxic. And by the end, you'll be able to spot the fine line between healthy self-esteem and harmful narcissism, in yourself and in others. Narcissism isn't just a personality trait, it's a spectrum. At one end, we have healthy self-esteem, the ability to recognize our worth without needing constant validation. But at the extreme end, we find narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, a condition where a person's sense of self-importance becomes so inflated that they manipulate, exploit, and even emotionally destroy those around them. But how does this happen? Psychologists believe that narcissism starts forming in childhood. It can be fueled by two extremes in parenting, excessive praise or excessive neglect. A child constantly told they're special, superior, and flawless may develop a belief that they are truly above others. On the other hand, a child who is emotionally neglected, invalidated, or criticized may develop narcissistic traits as a defense mechanism, an armor against feelings of worthlessness. This explains why many narcissists have deep insecurities hidden beneath their arrogance. They don't just seek admiration. They crave it, depend on it, and will do anything to maintain it. But here's where things get terrifying. We often assume narcissists are easy to spot, loud, arrogant, and self-obsessed. But the truth is, the most dangerous narcissists are the ones who hide in plain sight. Some appear charming, confident, and successful. They draw people in with charisma until you realize you've been manipulated. For example, imagine someone who constantly love-bombs their partner, showering them with attention, only to withdraw, gaslight, and control them once they feel secure in the relationship. Or a boss who takes credit for your work, undermines you in private, but praises you in front of others, making you question your own reality. This is where narcissism turns toxic. Because the moment their ego is threatened, their self-love becomes a weapon. Narcissists don't just love themselves, they need others to love them obsessively. Psychologists call this narcissistic supply, the constant admiration, validation, and attention they feed on. And when they don't get it, they become angry, manipulative, and cruel. They gaslight you into believing they're the victim. They discard people the moment they no longer serve their ego. It's why narcissists often have a trail of broken relationships and why those who've suffered under their manipulation often struggle with self-doubt, emotional trauma, and psychological scars. So, how do you know if you're dealing with a narcissist? If someone in your life makes everything about them, never takes responsibility for their mistakes, punishes you for setting boundaries, and keeps you trapped in cycles of emotional highs and lows, you might be dealing with toxic narcissism. But here's the real danger. Some narcissists go beyond just seeking admiration. They use emotional blackmail to control people. If you want to understand how narcissists use guilt, fear, and obligation to trap their victims, don't miss my next video, The Dark Psychology of Emotional Blackmail. Click now, because the more you understand their tactics, the harder it will be for anyone to control you again. Every thought hides a secret. Keep searching, keep learning. Until next time, this is Psychology Pulse.